Recently, I replaced a number of water valves under sinks in the bathrooms, in the kitchen. I had this type of water valve already installed. Take a look. Now that type screws down much like a faucet outside does, and it works by sealing the water with a little rubber washer. Over time, and the faucet I just showed you is 25 years old, over time those rubber washers wear out. When I replaced those old faucet-like valves, I used something like this. This is a quarter turn water shut-off valve. The water connection coming from the wall is a copper pipe, copper tube, in this case 3/8 inch, that this ring fits over. Now that ring very often that's in there already and has been there for 25 years is very tight, like that. And I used a puller like this one, although there are many types out there, many brands, but I used a puller like this to remove that ring. Now you can leave it on there if you wish, and some people do. The problem is that these water valves have different size openings in them, and if for whatever reason you go to put the new valve on and that ring doesn't make contact with the opening there, then your water may leak. So a lot of people use pullers like this one to remove this ring and put a new ring on. When you put the new ring on, it slides up and down. And by the way, before you put the new ring on, take and use sandpaper, a little bit of emery cloth, and smooth out this copper tube, and then slip your ring on. It then can slide up and make connection with where it attaches to the valve. This nut, 3/8 inch, is used to pull that connection up. Now I'm going to tell you right now that if you do this without any kind of caulking or binding on these threads, it's going to leak. The reason for this video is to let you know that I did a couple of these and kept having to tighten this down over and over again. You put a wrench right here and a wrench right here and you screw it down, and I kept tightening and tightening, and the problem was that it kept leaking. Now it makes sense that for many people doing plumbing jobs like this, they will use plumber's tape like this. Thin, easy to use, and you wrap it around the threads right here, this plumber's tape. Right here, you put the plumber's tape on several wraps, and by the way, wrap in the direction so that when you go to screw this on, it screws in the line with the wrap, so that you're not unwrapping it by screwing this on. So put the plumber's tape on there, put this together, this on the pipe, this first on the pipe to go over it like this, and tighten it down. Now it may or may not leak. In my case, a couple of them did leak, and that really bothered me. So I found out about this pipe thread sealant. This can be used simply by putting a little bit of this putty on these threads and then going through the process again of putting the 3/8 inch nut on the copper pipe like this, and then putting it on here and tightening it down. However, when I did that, I still worried a little bit that it was going to leak. It's okay that you want to use both of them, which I finally ended up doing. And I don't think I had a single valve connection after I installed it leak, not a single one. So what I did was, I took the plumber's tape, wrapped it around these threads, not as thick as I would if I were just using the tape. And then I took a bit of this pipe thread sealant and I put it on top of the tape. Then I slid my 3/8" nut onto the copper pipe. I know it looks like a finger, but it's copper pipe. And then I put this over the copper pipe, and then I put it on here, and then I tightened it all up. Voila! No leaks. It was great. I love it. I also love these valves. Unlike the other valves, here's the picture of it again. These new valves work on a ball. They don't have a rubber stopper in there. So turn them a 1/4 of an inch one way, they shut off. Turn them the other way, and they open. So you've got water flowing into your faucet in the sink or whatever it might be. So I think these are more durable. I think they'll last a lot longer. And you can try this, or you can try just this, but for me, I used them both. Put the tape on first, then add a little layer of pipe thread sealant on top of that, tighten it down, and you're good to go. All right, take care. Bye now.